Hey, it's Nikki Lerner, your resident culture coach. I'm glad to be spending some time with you today on this series that I've been sharing around defunding diversity work. This is happening a lot. This is happening in lots of organizations that find themselves needing some breathing room financially. And so many people that are very passionate about cultural diversity work and moving that forward in their organizations are stressing out. They're panicking a bit about what do we do. And so today, what I want to talk to you about is what do you do when you have to do it for free? Many organizations are taking their budgets for cultural work, for cultural diversity work, and whereas some departments or individuals that were responsible for the work had money to invest in training and invest in coaching, invest in work. Now they're finding that that budget that they had maybe last year or 2 years ago, whatever, has gone from, X amount of dollars to $0. It hasn't even gone down. It's gone from some money to no money. I would not recommend, just to be clear, particularly still on the front end here, if you're on the front end of your business or the front end of your cultural work, I would not recommend defunding your diversity and cultural work. This work takes time. It's really important for you to have a coach. Every leader, every CEO, every leader needs to have somebody in their corner, a trusted advisor, if you will, to help them as we are continuing to evolve in our country and in our work environments, as we are trying to be more inclusive. When you find yourself on a given year or a given season or a given fiscal year where you find that you have to do it for free and that you still have to meet the goals that were set for you, right? Because here's the thing to remember, and we always have to remember this, is just because your organization or your company decided to defund the culture work, it doesn't mean that the need is not still there. It doesn't mean that the need is still arising. It doesn't mean that the need is not going to surface again in 6 months, whatever it is. You're not going to reach your goals easier by defunding your cultural diversity work. But if you have to do it for free, I want to give you some ideas on what you could do. So that's what I want to offer to you today. There are 3 ideas that I want to give to you as you consider how you're going to meet your goals for free, how you're going to meet your goals when you don't have the money to invest in the cultural work. The first thing is you can go to the Culture Coach podcast episodes that I have done. There are 150 plus episodes of the Culture Coach podcast. There's 6 seasons of the Culture Coach podcast. This is what I would do if I were you and I was in your position and I had to do the diversity work for free. Out of those 150 plus episodes, I would go and pick 12. Pick 12 episodes, 12 topics that you know that you and your company have to work on. And what I would do is I would pick a topic, I would listen to that podcast as a leader, I would grab 3 big questions or big insights that you hear from that podcast, and then I would take every month, I would take 4 weeks and work those questions and that insight through with my team. That's 12 episodes. The Culture Coach podcast is up for free. And here's the thing. If it's not mine, go find someone else's that speaks to you. But whatever it is, that's what I would do. If I had to do it for free, I would say, what is out there? What can I find? Who do I trust? And if someone like me or me is somebody that you trust, go to the Culture Coach podcast. That's what you can do. Pick 12 episodes and work them through every month of the year until you get your funding back for the work. That way, at the end of a calendar year, what you don't have to say to your supervisors, or if you're the senior leader, what you don't have to say is, well, we couldn't do anything because we didn't have the money for it, right? What you can say is, no, we actually took what was available to us and we still continued to do the work until we got into a place where we could refund the cultural diversity work. So go find some podcast episodes and work that with your team each month of the year. If that still feels too overwhelming to you, go pick six. Pick 6 episodes that speak to you, 6 topics that speak to you. Look for the insight, look for the questions, and work them through with your team in the calendar year where you may not have a whole lot of money. The next idea I want to offer to you is to go back to what you had been working on during the year that you actually had the money and the funding for your cultural diversity work. Go back to what you already started. Go back to something that maybe you tried it and you're like, I don't think that worked so well. Go back to it. Go back to it and see, why didn't it work well? What was it about? That that thing that we tried, or that way that we communicated, or this new environment that we went in? Why didn't it work? Go back to it, figure out why it didn't work, and decide to try again. Try something new. Just go back to what you've been working on. Most of us, if we're honest, we want to work on 12 things, 15 things during a calendar year with regards to cultural diversity work, so that we, oftentimes it can make us feel like we're doing something when the reality is we're really not doing a whole lot. We're just doing busy work. So what if you were to slow down, go back to the things that you were doing a year ago or 6 months ago, go back to it and keep at it. Maybe you gave up too soon. Maybe you didn't have the right people in place. Well, go back to it and try it again. The third thing I want to offer to you is go the next level deeper on the things that are working really well. The things that you started where you're like, oh, that was really cool, or, oh, we really saw some really great conversation around this, or, whatever that was, go back and try to go the next layer deeper. What would the next layer deep look like for you and your staff, or you and your department? How could you actually get better and deeper at the thing that you tried, instead of trying to start something else or have a new insight about something or something like that? My guess is that you probably have enough information or enough training or enough whatever it is in order to take a step towards it. So go the next layer deep. I am here as your culture coach should you need me. I look forward to working together with you to help get you to the results that you are longing for as a multicultural leader. You can always connect with me at nikkilerner.com. You can send me a message right there. You can also check out culturecoachinglab.com for offerings that we have there. Sign up for a practice session. Check out the practice room. And go check out some of the online self-paced videos that we've got for you to equip you in your multicultural leadership. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.